Dean, thank you for joining us. You've had a
Afternoon.
period of inactivity. You didn't have a game at the weekend, and then the Peterborough game in the week was called off. Not ideal. What have you been filling your time with together?
So we had an internal game on Saturday. We talked about it in our last interview, an opportunity to get some players some minutes that hadn't been playing, to get some players into the group that hadn't been in the group before, and it was a really good test for the boys, because we had some boys coming from Group 8 from the Under-16 group who have never played with the youth team before. So we used it as an opportunity for them to blend with the group and to experience what it's like to play an Under-18 football. And we've got a situation now where we've got 2 right backs, 2 left backs competing for a spot, 4 centre halves. So it was an opportunity really to just set up an 11v11 with a couple of subs on each team and effectively say to the 2 groups, prove that you're the best player. And we filmed it, we've clipped it, we've looked at it. It was a 2-2 draw, and because we've got the FA Youth Cup next week, we decided to go to penalties. The referee ran it like a regular penalty shootout with 2 groups on the halfway line, and my team missed one of the first 2 penalties, and then our goalkeeper saved the last 2 for us to win. And the boys ran over into the corner celebrating like it's a proper game, sliding on the knees, bundling on top of each other, and it was brilliant. And the team that lost were actually genuinely gutted to lose. So it was with those internal games, sometimes you don't get that competitive edge. But I think now that players are looking around in the group, and for the first time this season, now that the injuries are gone and everyone's fit, and the Under-16s are now pushing to get their scholarships and to get into the team, people are looking around going, oh, actually, there's 3 people for this position now. Whereas a couple of months ago, with a few injuries, you were pretty certain to be in the squad. So the game was a great opportunity for people to put their foot down and say, it's me. And it was a great day. And then we came into Monday to get ready for the game on Wednesday, and Peterborough's FA Youth Cup game was scheduled for today against Port Vale, so we agreed to move the game to late November. So it's just been a regular week's training, a regular recovery stroke principles day on Monday, into position specific on Tuesday. Boys off yesterday, and then in today working on the game prep for Dagenham this Saturday.
Sounds like it's been very beneficial, if not what you'd planned originally. Those games where you can kind of play 11v11 must be a great opportunity to really kind of assess everybody and see who's where against kind of people in their position.
Yeah, and a few of the boys hadn't met some of the Group 8s. They'd seen them training, and they might have seen them in a couple of games here and there, but they've never actually played with them. So people kind of have a preconception about a couple of players because they're a bit smaller and a bit younger, and they probably think, oh, actually, is he any good? Is he going to come into the youth team next year? And then suddenly you've got players that are beating players 1v1, combining, creating chances, defending well, and actually the youth team boys are going, oh, I didn't actually realise these kids existed. So suddenly there's that extra pressure on, oh right, well they're coming gunning for my for my spot. And it was good for the boys coming in to recognise how good they need to be for next year. And the atmosphere was good, 24 boys who all want to be in one team and all fighting for their spot.
Dagenham and Redbridge this weekend, what do you expect from them?
It'll be a tough game. It always is a tough game when we go there. Last year we won 3-1, scored a couple of our best goals of the season, with some great combination play and a couple of really good finishes from Chima, a great header from Efron as well on the day, and a penalty. I remember it was 3-1. But it'll be a really tough game, and we've had obviously 2 weeks without a game, defensive improvements against AFC Wimbledon. So it'll be a game that we go into really charged for 3 points to come into Luton on Tuesday in the FA Youth Cup, feeling good, and continue that upward trend from the performance against Luton into a draw against AFC Wimbledon, and take that positivity in to get 3 points away at Dagenham on Saturday.